I want to welcome all of you to the Crone Middle School cafeteria. It's so good to have you here. And this fall, this place is going to be transformed into a worship center. Can you imagine filling this place with voices of praise and worship to God? What really excites me is that we're going to have some new faces coming into this cafeteria who are going to, for the very first time perhaps, encounter the living presence of Jesus Christ through each one of you. And the person who's going to be leading this is our own Rich Sanford. And I have to tell you something, Rich. I'm kind of envious of you because I think it's going to be a great adventure, and to be on the forefront of what God's going to do here, that is very, very exciting. And I also want to just say thank you for being a United States Marine and serving our country. Having a son who's in the Marines, it means a lot to me, and I know it does to our congregation. And it certainly has instilled within you leadership skills. And sometimes you stand back and you look at your life and you wonder, God, what are you doing with all these experiences in my life? I look at your life and I'm thinking, wow, God even worked through the Marines to prepare him to lead this campus, because in a sense, we are in a battle, and that battle is for people's lives so that they experience God's transforming power. But obviously, God's transformed your life, and we'd like to know a little bit more about you. So what led you on the journey to the Compass Church?
Oh, absolutely. It has been an incredible journey. About 4 years ago, I became part of the Compass Church family, and then shortly thereafter started serving in the worship ministry. It was there that I started plugging into the place and learning about more people and getting to really plug deeply into the lives of the people at our church. I loved doing worship ministry. That was an amazing experience, but it wasn't until about a year later where I had the opportunity to then transition into the youth program, where I've been for the past 3 years serving as the high school youth pastor. Through that time, had opportunities to teach students, to evangelize, to take them on missions projects, really get to experience what it means to be part of the church, serving in and around full time, so many amazing people. And so now, as we're stepping into the next phase of what this church is doing and what this church is becoming, it's a really cool thing to be part of it and to be right there at the front row experiencing some of the amazing things that God is doing through the Compass Church.
Yeah, and I know that God's going to use you and Laura and your entire team to bring about transformation, because you've got it. You've got what it takes. You've got the Lord in your life, and when God is in our lives and we release ourselves to Him, as I've seen you doing, Rich, He uses us in incredible ways. And I know you have a vision for this as well. I know you got a passion stirring inside of you. What is that passion all about? What's your vision for what's going to happen here at this campus?
Oh, I would love to tell you about that. My wife Laura and I both are so excited about evangelism, reaching people for Jesus. We just feel at our core, this is why God left us here. This is why we're on this earth. And to be a part of a church that is now looking seriously into what it means to reach more people for Christ, that is just so exceptional to us. We can't wait to make this next step, being a light in the communities. We're in an area right here, right now, which really needs good churches. There are so many people around here, and the opportunity to be in this first multi-site is going to be one of the most effective potential ways to reach this community.
Right, and there's so many people around here, and I know there are definitely a few good churches in the area, but certainly not enough for the large population around here. And actually, what I'm dreaming and hoping for is that from this campus, we'll have another campus. And so maybe, who knows, within 3-4 years, we'll be starting our third multi-site campus, reaching even more people for Christ.
And that's an exciting prospect.